I'm over here at the Tampa RV Super Show 2019. And I don't have to pay anything today because I have a media pass. I'm inside this seemingly beautiful Mercedes Sprinter camper van, and on the surface it seems beautiful, but if you look closely, the workmanship is not that great. The seats are comfortable. I just can't see myself living inside one of these things. Going to the RV show was fun for the first couple times. This is my third year going to the Tampa RV Super Show. And this time around, when I got there, I'm like, this is all the same. Every year, this stuff is all the same. There's some things that they put out there that things are different, but for the most part, everything is the same. And I'm looking at all these vehicles, something that's similar to what I have. I look at them, and first, the price is horrendous. $150,000 for a Class B camper van. It's a lot of money. And second, it's the setup. I haven't seen one that I really can say, yeah, this is something that I would have done. This is something that looks feasible if you live in it full time. The thing is, that's the key word. These things are made and designed for people who are not full time in them. These things are designed with the idea of the weekend warrior, or the person that goes out for a couple weeks at a time, goes out in the summer, maybe a month or two, and then they go back home and then they do their thing and they park it, and that's the type of people they have in mind. For someone who wants to live full-time in these vehicles, at first glance you look at it and you go, wow, it looks shiny, looks beautiful. But then you start looking at the little cracks, and you start looking at the little things not quite right. The pieces that are coming unglued, or some of the trim pieces that don't quite fit together properly, or panels that are coming apart, or this, and there's always little things. And this is just the surface. If you go to an RV show, or if you go to an RV center where they sell RVs and you look at them, you're gonna find all these things right there. Brand new RV, but full of defects. These things are just put out really quick, and they're made really quick, and then they're shipped out, and then people, they see the shiny parts, the bells and whistles, and then as soon as they leave the store, it's falling apart, and they have issues. And this is only the stuff that we can see on the surface. Underneath, who knows how it's even put together, because there's a lot of things you can't see. I have like zero interest in these things. I'm much better off with my van, and I don't have a lot of room in my van. I can't even stand up. But I look at these things, I'm like, okay, some of these LCD panels that you can control all the lights with, they look really nice. I mean, I'd love to have one of those. Just, you touch the LCD screen, and you can turn on whatever lights you want, turn on this, turn on that. But what happens if that thing goes bad? Then you can't turn on your lights. With these switches, I can turn on my lights whenever I want. If something goes wrong, I go right to the source. I'm not denying those things look nice. Maybe I'll even have some myself, but maybe I'll have redundancy where I have the panel to turn lights on, and then I still have the switches. But some other stuff, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just, there's something about these RVs. Maybe because, like I said, they're not meant for full-time living. They're meant for someone to just get in them for a couple weekends out of the year, and that's about it. For someone living full-time, and you don't have a lot of money to begin with, you're probably better off just getting a van and building it the way you want. Or you know, I'm not against RVs. If you want to get an RV and if you feel more comfortable in an RV, then by all means get an RV. You can get a Class C. They're not as well built as a Class B. You can get a Class C, $60,000, and a Class B will cost you between $100,000 and $150,000. So if you get a cheap Class C, you still save a lot of money. You still have something that you don't have to put work into it. But if you don't mind putting work into something, then you're better off doing it yourself, because you're going to do it the way you want, and you know where things are, you know what the quality that you put into it, and if something goes wrong, you know how to fix it. A lot of these RVs, they have wires and stuff hidden behind panels. You don't know what they did. A lot of times they have all the lines, all the lights running with one wire. It just goes from light to light to light to light. And if you want to fix something, you can't just pull the wire out and put a new wire in, because everything is connected to the same wire. Myself here, everything has its own wire to the fuse box. So if something goes wrong, I could just pull the wire out and replace it with a new one. So what's my take on the RV show? I don't know. Probably I won't go back again. Maybe. I don't know for sure. Little bits of innovation here and there, but it's basically the same thing. And it's just overpriced stuff. And in the end, that's all it is. It's just stuff. It's more stuff for you to have. If you want to live simple and if you want to live full-time, then I think more stuff is probably not for you. Now, I'm not going to deny it. If somebody gave me one of those, I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But that aside, I wouldn't probably buy one. Unless I had a lot of money, and I wouldn't care. Now, if you have a lot of money and you don't care, then it doesn't matter. You buy whatever, and you pay somebody to fix it. If something goes wrong, you get another one. If something goes wrong, whatever. But if you are limited on money, like I am, then you have to be wise with your money. And personally, I wouldn't spend a dime on some of this stuff that I see there. Probably none of this stuff. I would just rather build my own. So that's my take on the RV show. All full of bells and whistles, shiny, beautiful stuff, but under the surface, it's not so pretty. What do we got?
Cuban sandwiches. And
they're all the same?
Yep, all the same.
Okay.
And then turkey is down there.
Okay. Don't pick me. Ah! Son of a gun! Son of a gun cut me. Right there. Woe to those who enact evil statutes, and to those who constantly record unjust decisions, so as to deprive the needy of justice, and to rob the poor of my people of their rights, so that widows may be their spoil, and that they may plunder the orphans. Now, what will you do in the day of punishment, and in the devastation which will come from afar? To whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your wealth? Isaiah 10:1-3.
Something's happening in my butt.
Where, Lidia?
It's going grrr, 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 just like that.
Good morning. May I serve you a cup of tea?
I'm trying to get hard.
Cup of tea, man? Cup of tea.
No.
No sale.